We've got a juicy topic we want to get into with everyone today, getting in trouble at work. Specifically, the weirdest thing you've ever gotten in trouble for at work. So the question was sparked by a Twitter user named Katie, who recently shared that she was, quote, accused of being disrespectful because the 6 people she CC'd on an email were not listed in order of seniority. And I have to say, if I had heard this maybe 2 years ago, I would have been like, this is insane. But I actually had been told by someone that when you're sending an email and there are higher ups involved, they should be in the order of like seniority or importance. So it's like, it seems silly. And who would be that upset about not being in the right order on an email? But it happens. So is there anything else that, Claire, has happened at work that you felt was a really ridiculous reason to get in trouble?
Tracy, I think my next book might have to be about this. I've been gotten in trouble.
You're a bad girl. I love it.
Listen,
I
one time when I was developing recipes for a company, I suggested that we might add a cocktail recipe to a dinner menu.
Yes, girl.
And I was told, Claire, our readers do not drink. Oh, I was like, oh.
Sorry, was this in Canada? Was this in Canada?
I was like, well, your staff does. So, and also, like, I mean, that was most recent. I got in trouble for playing Tetris at work when I was 16.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, remember those days?
Do you agree that that's probably not right?
I think Tetris has some. Winston, help me out here.
Tetris is good for us.
That is allowed.
She's like, no, I think that was okay. Okay, well, let's talk a little bit more about this email situation, because email has become so important because for so long, like for 2 years, everyone, I wasn't seeing you guys in real life. Email became the way to communicate, and then it was like, email, maybe it's more formal. Text became a little more informal. Sure. Instagram DMs. Yeah. These are all ways that we now talk to each other. Snapchat for the kids. So when email etiquette isn't followed, it kind of becomes a thing. And you've got a few things that you've noticed with email etiquette that are either things that annoy you or things that people are not doing the right thing.
Absolutely. I think the distribution list, when people send out group emails, I know for many of us, we've had the situation where you get a dear and the name, your salutation, is completely different. It's like, I'm not Julia, don't address me as Dear Julia. The other thing that I like to...
So what happened there if they're calling you Dear Julia?
It's probably because they're using a mailing list and the name doesn't match the email, so double check those because that can hurt people's feelings. The other thing that I like to do for myself is I count the number of exclamation marks because I'm the person who puts too much excitement in my sentence structure.
I love lots and lots and lots of exclamation. But you know what it does? It makes you seem flighty and like not serious.
Oh, so dear Tracy, thank you for the honesty. I love life, you know, everything is like about excitement. So yeah.
Julia, how about you?
Oh, I'm an exclamation mark user.
Yes,
for
you
sure.
You are.
And I'm also a little bit of an XO at the end of my emails.
Oh, you do an XO?
Yes.
I know. And my husband was like, easy, babe. Like, you don't have to keep sending that XO to everybody.
That's right.
But
I do that too.
The one thing that drives me crazy, and this is kind of like email etiquette, but then also getting in trouble at work. It's like you're having a conversation going back and forth with somebody, and you're like, oh, yeah, no, maybe I did that, or I left. And then all of a sudden, you see that third correspondent, you see that CC. All of a sudden, they've added Kathy. Right? Like, I'm like, why is Kathy caring? Because now Kathy's mad at me. I was like, the one person I didn't want to know. I'm like, thanks, throw me under the bus.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Right?
So it's almost like you're getting out of hand, or I need Kathy to be in on this because Kathy needs to see what's happening here. And that's your first signal. You might be going down the road of Claire Tansey and getting in trouble.
It's not good.
Yes.
Just pick it up.
So the next time you're sending an email, oh, and I just want to say one thing about the XX. I do XX Tracy at the end, and for a while I borrowed best. I saw other people using best, comma, Tracy, and then I read somewhere that that is seen as passive aggressive.
I don't understand why that would be passive aggressive.
Because it's almost like the email is serious and I'm saying best. So, but I'm not saying like wishing you your best. I'm actually just looking for a way to get out of it. Right. And it's not accurate.
So it's also the content of the content.
It's the content as well.
Okay, that makes
and then
sense.
Regards, it's like, doesn't fit me properly.
You like cheers.
I like cheers.
Cheers. That's you.
With an exclamation mark.
There you go. Listen, your emails are more important than you think, everyone. That's what we've learned today. Thanks for sharing.